Good afternoon, everyone. It is way past our eating window.
Oh, yeah.
Way past the start of our eating window.
And you want to know something else? It's Saturday the 14th. But if I didn't know any better, I would think it was Friday the 13th.
Yes.
We've had a day already.
We have had a day. And in case this looks weird or seems off, I think I broke my gimbal last night. I left it sitting on a TV tray and I think it got knocked over because Mike said it was on the floor this morning and now it's not working. So I've been trying to figure out a way that we could set this up because I don't have the camera. My daughter has the camera, so that wasn't an option. Had to be done on my phone, and so we were just trying to figure out a way to do it. Hopefully this will work.
It's fine. It's really fine. And in fact, if you hadn't told anybody that you did that, nobody would know the difference. But yeah, so we had that to deal with this morning. It's freezing cold. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's bitter cold.
It's 10 after 2.
And it's 10 after 2, and we're just now breaking our fast and eating lunch.
Yeah. So this is what we're having for lunch. We made hamburgers. So we made, the buns are chaffles that are made with just an egg and pork rind and some seasonings. I don't know if you can see this, but there are 2 halves of bacon on there. And of course, I'm going to put mustard on mine, but Mike won't.
This is where I would normally throw a few slices of cheese on, but because we can't do that, I'll just eat them the way they are. I am going to have some pork rinds with mine, kind of like fries, if you will. But,
chips.
Or chips, however you want to look at it. I'm going to take a nice big bite of this juicy hamburger that I cooked.
I want to know what you think of the bun. It's huge. It's like hard to get your mouth around like the whole thing. So what'd you think?
They're fine.
That's not a glowing...
I mean, it's not regular bun, obviously. And, I mean, it does make them a little dry. It's a nice change. Burgers are cooked perfect.
That's what the inside looks like. So we're basically going to be doing an OMAD today because it's Saturday and we both want to go out and work a little bit later because for DoorDash, Saturday nights are usually fairly busy. And it's the one Saturday evening we don't have plans because like the next 2 Saturdays we won't be home. I want to try to get out and get some work done today. So Mike and I have already read our chapters.
Yep.
In Dr. Berry's book. It's a chapter, but we each read it. And now, on top of everything else, I think I'm going to have to try to take my gimbal back and see if I can get that replaced. Anyway, so today we're talking to the ladies. Yesterday was about the guys. Today we're talking about the ladies. Was there anything else we had to talk about before we jump into the book? I'm going to go ahead and read the lie for today. The lie is menopausal women usually don't need progesterone, and they definitely don't need testosterone. If they need anything at all, they need only synthetic estrogen to control hot flashes.
Okay. I don't know that much about that side of it, so. But just like with men, women have their hormone levels, and when they're out of whack, they're out of whack. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, he's just, in this chapter, he talks about getting those levels checked. Kind of the same thing as the high testosterone causing prostate cancer. They're saying that high progesterone and testosterone can cause cancer in women. But it's the same analogy where women have those highest levels when they're young women, like in
their 20s.
Yeah, in their 20s, that's when their levels are the highest. And that some doctors say that women don't need testosterone because their bodies don't make it, but their bodies do make it.
They say that's a male hormone, but men also have
estrogen.
It.
It's definitely on a lower level, and we need it for different functions in the body. We produce it for a reason.
Did you have a quote out of the book today or no?
No, not really.
I actually like the opening quote on the front of the chapter. Thought that was pretty good. It
says, doctors are men who prescribe medicines of which they know little, to cure diseases of which they know less, and human beings of which they know nothing. Voltaire said that.
I think that's actually pretty straightforward and right.
Yeah.
Hits the nail right on the head. That's why they call it medical practice, because really, I mean, how much do we really know?
It was breast cancer that he said that they say is attributed to the higher hormone levels.
Again, just like with prostate cancer, we'd have an epidemic of that in young women, just like we would have it in young men.
You mean breast cancer?
No, but I'm saying just like that, women would have a higher rate of breast cancer. And it's quite the opposite. As you get older, they start to focus more on that and require annual, testing and mammograms. And probably because your levels are too low or they're not in where they should be.
Right. So he says, this is just one thing I highlighted real quick. For a woman to feel her best, she needs to optimize all 3 hormones. Testosterone is just as important for heart health, energy level, and sense of well-being in a woman as it is in a man. She also needs optimized testosterone levels for good muscle tone, hair, and skin. A woman needs less than 1/10 of the amount of testosterone that a man needs, but without even that small amount, she feels physically exhausted, mentally foggy, and older than her age. Without optimized progesterone levels, anxiety, insomnia, and weight gain become a menopausal woman's constant companions.
And you're in that age bracket now. You're in that stage of life. So
but I will tell you, at one time I was taking progesterone. My doctor had prescribed it, and I took it for 6 months. And I don't know if my levels were off because she never told me, like, oh, your levels are off. She just put me on progesterone. I think to help with my cycles, because my cycles have always been really bad, but I was on it for 6 months. I did not notice a difference in my cycles at all, and I gained a ton of weight while I was on it. So after 6 months, I was like, you know what? I just can't do this anymore. So I don't know if any of you ladies out there have taken any of these hormones, either testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, or how they affected you. I can just tell you, from me, that's what happened. And I was young. Yeah. So I don't think that my progesterone levels were probably off. I don't know if that's just a therapy that they use to help with cycles, but it did not do me any favor. So I decided to give it a full 6 months just to, give it a fair shot. But after that, I was like, I'm done.
I vaguely remember you being on that, but yeah.
Just another misconception that he wants to bring some light to. I have not done any research on this. I have no idea where your levels should be. Right. But just to kind of bring it to the forefront that it could possibly be something that needs to be checked. A lot of times when your doctor does blood work, they're not checking these hormone levels.
I don't think it's a standard in the normal blood panel, but I think that if you ask your doctor to do that, they will do it.
Yeah.
I know that I could have had other blood counts taken when I did my annual physical. He asked me if I wanted anything above and beyond that, and I said no, because at the time I didn't feel I needed anything.
Right.
But now reading this book, I'm almost thinking that when I do my physical this year, that I might actually want to ask for a couple other numbers and just see where I fall. But you know what? That's part of our responsibility. I mean, we have to take control of our lives, and if we're going to do it from a diet standpoint, then we should also do it from a medical standpoint. And when it comes to questions and talking to your physician, you should ask questions.
Yeah. It was a really short chapter. It was only a couple, 3 pages?
Yeah. They're so specific. Obviously, they're gender specific, but it's just the idea that we have been taught that getting any kind of hormonal therapy does mention in here about the estrogen. They make synthetic estrogen, and they give that to women all the time.
Well, he says if you are going to have it, let me look real quick. You want bioidentical hormones.
Right.
So basically these 2 chapters are just to give you some food for thought and...
Pun intended?
Again, it all comes back to Dr. Berry stating that just don't listen to what your doctor says blindly. Now, I'm not saying don't listen to your doctor. What I am saying is make sure that you're armed with information and that you ask questions. If there's something that you are concerned about, then just do a little bit more research. That's that. So after we're done eating here, I did make the brown butter bites with the bacon in them today. They're in the freezer right now. So when we're done eating lunch here, we are going to show those to you and we'll try them for you. Okay. So we're done eating. We're actually pretty stuffed. Neither one of us could finish both of those burgers. They're very filling. But I went and got the butter bites. This is what they look like. I think maybe I didn't cook them long enough because they're pretty light, if you guys can see that. I think they're supposed to be darker than this on the sides. More like a caramel color. I have 2 sizes. I have little half a teaspoon and half a tablespoon sizes. So this is the teaspoon one. Ready?
I'm really full.
Ready?
No, I'm not. I'm not really ready. I guess I don't have a choice. It's like eating a stick of butter.
Just tastes like butter.
Pretty much.
I taste the salt and the bacon.
I mean, I taste the salt too. I really don't taste the bacon at all. Butter and salt is all I taste. So I would say that maybe you didn't do something correct. I don't know.
I just wonder if I didn't cook them long enough.
That was an interesting treat. So
today has not been one of our better days. It just seems like nothing's quite turning out right.
Yeah.
And some days you're just gonna have days like that.
But we're not quitting.
No,
we're not quitting.
Quitters.
I'm gonna wash mine down with a little bit more burger.
I mean, I don't mind butter, so it's not bad, but you know, and it's got the crunch in it.
We'll put those on your side of the table.
It is creamy, creamier than just eating regular butter, I think. And with the bacon in it, it does have that crunch, which almost gives you like a toffee.
Oh, it looks like toffee, but it don't taste like toffee.
No, I know, but I'm saying like it gives you that toffee mouth feel, if that makes sense. Like if you were eating toffee, how it crunches. I'll eat them because it's good fat, and I can throw a couple of these in my lunch every day and just add a little bit of fat to my lunch, and I'm fine with that. 2 of the big ones would be like an extra tablespoon of butter. Some people said they tasted like a caramel, and I heard all these different things. There's no sweetness to it, so, which is fine because we're not supposed to have sweetener.
No.
And maybe if I cooked it a little bit longer, I could have totally screwed it up. So
So put in the comments down below if you've made these and you just saw Dawn's and you think she screwed them up.
yeah, if you think these are too light, like I think maybe I didn't cook them long enough. That shows you. Anyway, guys, that's going to be our video for today. Very short and sweet.
Well, no. There's no sweetener. It will not be short and sweet.
Happy Saturday, everyone. By the time you see this, though, your Saturday will
Be over.
be over for the most part.
Right.
But now I have to go to Best Buy before we start working. So I feel like I've been going all day. I had my nail appointment at 9 o'clock this morning.
So she got up before she wanted to, and her whole day now has set the tone for the whole day, which it normally does for you if you have to get up early.
Yeah, I don't like to get up early. But I just feel like I've been going, and I've gotten nothing done. You ever have days where you feel like you're just spinning your wheels and you're not accomplishing anything? I haven't done anything today.
Yeah, and it's what, 3 o'clock?
Yeah, it's got to be at least.
It's okay, because that's what weekends are for sometimes, is not getting things done. And this is going to be one of those
but
weekends.
When you feel like you're busy, like it's different not getting something done and you're relaxing.
Yeah.
But when you're busy and you're not getting something done, that can be like...
Well, we're going to get some work done, because we're going to go out and
yeah.
do a little work, and then we're going to come home and we're going to relax. I mean, I know you have to edit, but hopefully because the length of this is so short, it won't take you too long.
Yeah. I did tell Mike... just a short little side note that I've noticed over the last few days, that he is sleeping very quietly. He's not snoring. He doesn't have like labored breathing. He's not making weird noises. It's just very peaceful. So I don't know if you can tell a difference in how you're sleeping,
Nope.
but
No, because I'm usually asleep at that time.
no, but I mean, do you feel more
Well,
rested?
no, I don't. I'm tired right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel.
I think both of us could lay down right now and take a nap.
No, we could. And look, it's not diet related. It's not because, I'm not sleeping well. I mean, that's probably part of it. I'm sure we don't sleep as sound as we could. The reality is we have been on the go every day this month so far. It's just been it's not a typical month for us.
Yeah.
And so I just think it's catching up to us, and the weather makes it much easier too to just want to stay inside, wrap yourself up in a blanket, and take a nap.
Yeah.
And we're old. So, I mean, you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah. It's one of those days.
Everyone, Have a great evening. End of day 14.
I mean, we're like halfway through, but yeah, by the time you see this...
we're done eating, though. I'm not going to eat again today, so...
Day 14. So tomorrow basically is the halfway point.
Technically, halfway through day 16 is the halfway point.
Well, there's only 31 days. 16 would be 31 and a half. I'll give you 16, though. So Monday.
No, because 15 and 15 would be 30. And then you take the 16th, which is the extra day, and split it in half. So halfway through day 16, you're technically, that's the halfway point.
Okay. I'm not going to...
You like the way my brain
I'm too
works.
tired to even worry about that. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting to the halfway point.
Yeah. Monday at like halfway through the day would be
lunchtime Monday will be
our halfway point.
Our halfway point.
Yeah. But we are getting there. Have a great night, guys. Hey guys, just a quick update. I know that we ended this video. I went to Best Buy to exchange my gimbal, and the Best Buy by me does not have them. I have to go to a store about a half hour from here to pick up one. They're just doing like a curbside pickup, but if I ordered it and had it sent to my house, it was going to take over a week. So I'm off to another Best Buy. Also, we forgot to mention, we were just kind of saying how like today was one of those days where, you know, things just don't go your way. We also, I think you probably saw in a past video where I was dealing with Amazon because I have charges that keep getting put on my account that should not be put on my account. And the manager I talked to last time said that he took care of it and he put a block on there so that no more charges would be put on. And today Mike saw that we were charged for 2 things, and so we were dealing with that this morning too. So it's just been kind of a not fun day at all. Thanks for being with us, guys. Okay guys, I got the goods. Also, something good that happened today, because we don't want to just focus on the negative because so many worse things could be happening. But something good that happened today was I got my raspberry cheesecake keto chow. Now the bad news is I can't have it till the end of the month. But I'm so excited because that's one of my favorite flavors, and I was happy to see that they had some in stock, and I grabbed a few while I had the chance. As I'm driving back towards my house and to start working, I was just thinking that having a frustrating day like this in the past would have caused me to turn to food for comfort, whether it be carby food or just sugary food. Well, I mean, sugar is carbs, but you know what I mean, starchy food or sugary food. In the past, I know when I've had a crummy day, it's like that has always just been a comfort to me, which is sad in itself, but it's true. And being on beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, I have to find other ways to just deal with my frustration and not turn to food. So I was just kind of thinking about that as I was driving, so I thought I would just share my feelings at the moment with you guys. It doesn't make me not want to have something bad, even less, but I just want to be like transparent with you guys. It's a struggle when you're having an off day to not want to comfort yourself with food. I don't know why. You eat something like that, and for at least a moment, you feel a little bit better. And that's sad, but just how I'm feeling at the moment. Not trying to have a pity party for Dawn. Nothing horrible has happened today. It's just one of those days.